And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show. And this is going to be episode 448. So I hope you guys had a great day and I hope you guys have a great weekend that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show tonight, we have one topic for you guys tonight for this episode of the MSK show. And that will be on DCU Lanterns teaser trailer is already dividing fans. So yes, just yesterday we finally got the first teaser trailer for the DCU Lanterns TV show that will be coming out in a month or two, actually, maybe in a few weeks. Who the fuck knows, honestly. And it already has people basically fuming at the top of their head and ready to completely start punching walls. You know what's crazy? I actually just watched the teaser trailer before we actually did the show, and it's like, all right, can't wait to get into talking about it for our topic tonight for the episode of the MSK show that we are currently on. And tonight it's Friday, so that means we have Jared and J Blaze. Now, we were going to start on time, but I got off work a little later than I thought because I was having sex with my wife at my work,
Sure
you know,
were.
and I was working really hard because, I'm a hardworking, charismatic, tall, sophisticated, sexy, easy on the eyes guy. Jared believes me. He doesn't. It's okay. It's all good. So, my week's been pretty busy, all things considered. I ended up, doing my taxes, hating my life as I did them. That's just how taxes go, technically speaking, through most years of your life when you actually, do this thing called work, actually. And, it's Friday, got paid my rent and my internet bill, and that's pretty much it. I ended up getting a PayPal Pay in 4. Haven't really had any new PayPal Pay in 4s in a while, so I ended up just getting some books on PayPal Pay in 4, and that's pretty much it. Tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday, I'll probably just end up going to the store and getting some food. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, Jared from Comics League is here. So, how was your week, man? What are
Pretty
you doing?
good. Just saw the insanity reactions to the Lanterns trailer, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go read comics.
What comics did you end up bother reading, actually?
Probably I got the Earth 2 omnibus that I've been really digging into. I've been enjoying that. I was just reading some Spider-Man, some Justice League Dark, just a bunch of other stuff. But it really arguing with people that clearly don't know why I'm upset that the Green Lantern suit does not have green in it.
Isn't it crazy that a Lanterns teaser trailer should look something like, I don't know, guys, checks notes, Green Lanterns? Absolutely insane logic that we're actually using here. J Blaze is here. He's black, tall, successful, good looking, rich, He's the reason why we started this show late, actually. Now, is he really here? I don't know, actually. But
I am.
He's Schrodinger's J-Heat. He's neither here nor not here.
That is the question.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
All right. Are you next to your mic?
I beg your pardon?
I'm just good. He's listening. I'm checking out on him. No, but how are you doing, J-Heat? What's been going on for you?
I'm doing good, guys. Not gonna lie. Oh, give me a moment.
Okay, he's just gonna go Super Saiyan, apparently.
Right. There we go.
Oh, but no, man. How was your week, man? What you been doing?
Hey, man, it was pretty good. I mean, was kind of bummed by the Lanterns trailer, not gonna lie, but otherwise, I had a pretty good week.
Can't wait to start roasting it. Now, give me literally one moment. We will actually do the topic fairly quick tonight because, we started late because of J-Heat. It's always the black man that's making us late. Oh, my God, J-Heat. How could you?
We were really late because MSK was busy with his sweaty men. We all know.
No, first of all, I was working, which is not something black guys do anyway. I was already, being the exception to the rule in that aspect. And then MSK, I just got off late.
MSK, let me ask you a question. Did Tyler Perry ever reach out to you for that discount?
No. Tyler Perry ever reached out to me and went through my Twitter page. He would die, actually. Good Lord.
Too easy. You set me up perfectly for it, but it was too easy.
Good God, man. But here, I'll ask you guys just real quick because I have to sign into this, so I'm gonna have you guys talk for a second. What was the initial thing you thought when you were going to be going into this trailer? Like you thought, wait a minute, this would actually be like a space adventure, right? Just the initial of it, right?
Here's the thing. It's like, okay, I figure, see, the premise in and of itself is fine. That's not my issue, at least with it, because with the premise, it's like, okay, it could be a fun little investigation story. Let's say that. That's fine. The problem is nothing in that show even remotely resembles Green Lantern except for maybe the ring, because they screwed up how the ring works. The ring does not. It's just first off, the way it works, that when you're chosen by the ring, you're teleported to Oa, and then you're trained by Kilowog. You're not assigned a this isn't an actual police force like they do it today. And then the way the ring works in this is like 100% like not the way that it works even remotely. So I'm like, what are you doing?
Okay, I'll play devil's advocate here because 2011 Green Lantern, first of all, Green Lantern 2011, it's not that bad of a film if you take the pure comics aspect out of it. Trying to rush Parallax as the first villain so you could and then save Sinestro for a sequel, worst way to go about it. Honest to God, worst way to go about it. With that being said, this is going too far in the opposite direction to where it starts out overly grounded, and then you're going to expand it. Now, the Green Lantern stuff and the aura and the biofield, you could add on the special effects in post. No one's really
or like you don't really need that, because remember, Guy did not have that in Superman. My problem is that you guys see that old interview of Damon Lindelof saying that the reason why they call it lanterns because he thought Green Lantern is stupid, and he says the ring is magic, and I'm like, that's not what the ring is, and it's not stupid. Can we stop hiring people that hate the content?
Now Alan Scott's lantern ring is magic based, so it's a common misconception.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and here, my thing before we actually do the video, I will just say this, guys. Keep in mind what you could do as a person if you constantly keep doing this, because I constantly see people do this and they never actually update their brains, right? This is something that you can do to reinvent yourself constantly within about, 6 months, let's just say. You should always update your brain on something that you didn't know before, right? And I know with the Green Lantern ring that, in some Green Lantern runs, it works one way, and in some Green Lantern runs, it works another way, and maybe in like another run, it works another way. This is why you checks notes. I don't know. Just color me shocked here and fuck me while you're at it with a dildo. Pun intended. No Diddy, no lube. This is why you just read and actually look into how these characters work. So when someone says like, well, why doesn't the ring work like this and that? Guys, you have the internet. You can straight up look. You have to read the books if you're just that fucking lazy. Read how they work in different runs. Literally, you can type into Google AI what is the common standard for a Green Lantern ring? How does it work? How does it function? Then they'll give you potentially writers who have did it one way and did it another way. People don't even know that. What are we doing here? People are arguing on shit you could clearly understand by just typing on your phone or computer. And keep in mind, when people say, but in the comics it works differently. Yes, that's why you fucking go and figure out how it works differently then. Use your fucking brains. Well, if you don't know how something works, God forbid, how would you figure it out? Just how would you figure out? Would you just, if you don't know how to mow your lawn, would you buy a lawnmower and just turn it on and know how to do it? Probably not. Because most guys, Googling too hard. Jerry, come on, stop it. Googling doesn't work for people. People are stupid. Good Lord, man. But I hate to be that guy. Actually, that's crazy. I love being that guy. I actually relish in being that guy. But it's just one of these things where if you just need to have surface level knowledge, you can search out surface level knowledge. You don't have to be retarded. That's a willing thing most of you do, is you're just stupid for no reason whatsoever because you just, I don't like comics. this might be the only fandom where people literally actually don't like the source material the shit comes from.
Again, remember when there was a poll about can you be a comic book fan without reading comics? That will never not be like the most. That'll be infamous, my friends.
Holy shit.
Oh, God, man. Oh, but there are some people on our live chat, so we'll get to a few questions and then we'll do the video. I promise you guys. I know you guys want to hear my opinions about the Lantern trailer. I know. Don't worry about it. What's up, Bellman? How you doing, man? Wow, stream just started and we're already on topic. You thought. Hi, Michael. How you doing, man? Hopefully you've been doing good, Michael. Hopefully you had a good day at work. MSK has no pet paying force. My max now is 4 or 5 of them. Max. I pay those off and then I go to another round of them. This is J Heat's subscriber.
What's up, Cameron? How's it going?
And mine too.
Oh, okay. Tavia.
Yep.
This is you guys' guy. He says, "Hey, basically make it like Star Trek, but with cops." You know, it's funny to me that people literally think Paramount is gonna make good decisions with DC, yet they can't even make good decisions with Transformers, G.I. Joe, Star Trek, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Scream. Man, G.I. Joe, guys, that's 6 things I just told you right at the top of my head. They don't even make good decisions with right now. You want to sit here and tell me they're going to make good decisions with DC? They can't even figure out how to market a Transformers trailer. Come on. The main reason why people didn't go watch Transformers 1 was because they thought the first trailer was going to make it look like ass.
They thought it was going to turn Transformers into like a Pixar movie.
Cameron says, I just like everyone to know this premise can work, but have it on an alien planet. We'll get into it. But I do agree on some aspect. So Lindelof is an idiot. I saw that interview. He could literally just be being sarcastic, but I think these guys are sarcastically dirtbags with not liking comic book stuff anyway. So I think it just goes hand in hand, honestly. Like, it should be easy, but apparently it's hard for these people in Hollywood. Bro, these people can't even make like a Blade movie. A fucking Blade movie. Blade. You understand? Like, we'll point out here, how many Vampire Hunter movies have you seen in your entire life? Or how many vampire shows you've seen with vampire hunters in the show? They can't make a Blade movie. This is ridiculous. Question, do you Lantern is impossible? Do you think Lantern is impossible? No. It's not about that. It's just execution and premise. That's really all it boils down to, actually. Transformers. All right, we're going to get into the video right now. Oh, God, Jared, I'm old. J Heat, I need a massage. No homo. Okay? I need love and hugs.
No, thank you.
Yeah, sorry. You're on your own, MSK.
It's Friday. No? I thought you guys were fun. All right, literally give me 1 moment. Voice of the video. Give me literally 1 second. I'm pulling up tweets that I bookmark for this video specifically because I want to call people retarded. That's my favorite past thing because it already proves people are morons. God. And this is something. Nope. I got to do it in the video. I have to because I just love raging at people. And guys, I'm not mean. I'm just very truthfully honest with how I'm always going to see things. And if you see things differently, that is totally fine. You know? If people like that, go ahead. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. This is actually a tweet. Yeah, we'll use this one. Yeah, we'll use that one. Okay, let me use that one. Oh, it's going to be a banger. It's going to be a hot, fresh banger. Give me literally 1 second. I'm going to grab one more. Meanwhile, Jared is going to give me his entire comic book collection for free because he loves me. Jared, we talked about this.
No, we didn't.
What do you mean? I have the receipts. J Heat said he's going to give me all of his comic book collection.
Good luck, because I don't have a full collection. All my stuff's digital on the app. So
good Lord. You're fully digital, actually?
Yep, probably better off.
Okay. I'll use that one, and we'll use one more for it. Good Lord. Because, dude, man, the amount of people that suck off just James Gunn, no homo, is, good Lord, literally some of the weirdest people ever. Like, it's just, oh my God, Grace Randolph. I love my boo Grace Randolph. She is beautiful. She got a nice ass. Bro, she was right about some of these crazy DC fans. Remember, she really made him mad that one day. She was off Twitter for like a few days because she called them out straight to their face when she said, what was it like? She basically said, you guys always say something's good, but then when it comes out at the movie theaters, you guys don't even support it. And she posted a picture of an empty theater. She posted a picture of like how DC fans are like on Twitter versus how they are in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. She was gone for a week, boys. She left. She was gone. But she was right. She was actually right. Okay. This person literally said Lanterns is the #1 trending trailer on YouTube. Yeah. What is that?
Sure.
What's that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, who cares?
What? Lots of things trend on YouTube. Who
So
gives
does
a flying
Superman.
fuck? Good Lord. This pushback against Lanterns is absolutely absurd. As a lifelong comic book fan, how can you not be intrigued by a real world representation of these characters? I can't wait to use this tweet. Can't wait to use that one. Okay, and then let me literally grab that, and we're gonna use this last one, and we're gonna go, okay? Because it's gonna be a banger. Jared, I need you to give me 4 omnibuses.
No.
Jared,
No.
we talked about this.
No, we didn't.
I need Chris Claremont X-Men omnibuses.
All you talked about was your sweaty men. No, that's
No.
all you talked about.
No, I said
That's all you talked about.
Jay Heat is gonna buy me Chris Claremont omnibuses. That's what he said. That's
First of
literally what he
all, the term is omni-buy.
said. Omni-buy. Ooh. Oh. All right.
And second of all, I don't even own any Chris Claremont, not physical.
You
Chris
mean
Claremont.
this omnibus?
You could give that, Jared. You could give that to me.
No.
See,
Not gonna lie, dude. Your banter does sound sus out of context. Not gonna lie.
I know, but that's kind of the point, though. You need that. So, like,
I'm sorry, bro. You're not beating these allegations.
dude. Like, because like people download the show when they're commuting back and forth from work or going to the gym, or they're like driving their kids to like school or whatever. Imagine if we're just doing a show and I'm just like, can you just stop butt fucking me?
At that moment, someone's headphones died. All of a sudden, a full blast of volume.
Shit,
In the middle
they were
of
in a van
children's
with a bunch of
hospital or something like that.
They're like those family vans with those giant speakers. That shit's loud.
Yeah,
as
I
fuck.
know.
Holy shit, dude! Those Marvel just doesn't want to reprint that shit. That book right there, just that one is like $265. Just that one alone is $265. My expensive omnibuses. So the Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1 and the Batman by Neil Adams omnibus. It's probably like my most expensive ones. Yeah, because those were like over $200. Oh my God. And then I have to get Avengers by George Perez and Kurt Busiek Volume 1 because that's not been reprinted. Because, Marvel's just, for some reason, doesn't like reprinting stuff and money. For some reason, Marvel just doesn't like money. They're like, it might be the weirdest company ever. They're like, I don't want money as a business.
Like, remember when the Ultimate Universe is selling so well? So they're like, let's nuke it. Let's blow it up.
Yeah. We don't need money. Who needs money? We could just all live off the streets and eat each other's asses out of shopping carts. Pause. No homo.
I thought the one time I've ever seen an African American male say something like that on screen is literally in a Power Rangers episode.
Was it some shitty like Operation Overdrive?
No, this was Turbo.
Good Lord. You know what's crazy? I've actually never watched Operation Overdrive because I didn't have cable at that moment in time. But the worst season,
it's the worst season of the Disney era. Just watch the anniversary episode and the finale, and you're better off.
The worst seasons to me are like Turbo and both the Megaforce seasons. When Chaz reminded me of Super Megaforce, I was like, no, that Super Megaforce is the worst. That shit is actually ass. There ain't nothing good about that. Like, at least Turbo has like a cool intro song, I guess. And like the very last episodes are somewhat good.
And the recast in the latter half.
The recasts actually pay off, right? Super Megaforce is just
ass.
It's ass from start to finish. Butchers the Go Kaiser season. And then,
oh no! If you're to compare it to Go Kaiser, it is a travesty.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing really good about Super Megaforce. I guess you could say Orion is like a bright spot when he comes in, but they got that motherfucker drinking out of school stinks. Fuck! Imagine that. I gotta drink. I'm thirsty when I'm drinking out of school sick. Oh God, fuck, kill me now. God, got that man living in a locker. Fuck. I hate that guy. Why can't he just crash at their base? No, you must live in this locker. Man, Mystic Force, I have a love-hate relationship for.
The theme song is cool. The theme song is fire.
The actual, yeah.
The theme song itself. The season.
I dig Mystic Force.
The season does drag on towards the end. I mean,
I'm sorry. The fact that a legitimate Megazord is a centaur will never not like.
Don't get me wrong. The aesthetic is there. No one's.
I like the theme too. It feels like I don't know, Harry Potter.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that's a very great, cool concept. I think
at the time.
I think the actors they chose, if the actors,
the Red Ranger actor was extremely weak.
I actually really like Daggeron. I thought Daggeron was cool as fuck. I feel like Daggeron should have actually led the team.
I hate to cut you off. I forget the Sentai name, but in the actual Sentai version, they actually were more of a sibling dynamic, and the Red Ranger was like the youngest sibling. Ooh. So his immature antics kind of make sense in that context,
right?
Whereas in Mystic Force proper, this is just, well, hopefully I don't get demonetized for saying this. The guy was a dick with abandonment issues.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all it boils down to. And I'm sorry, even with the Daggeron and the White Mystic Ranger reveal, this is a baby or now teenager who has been wandering with extended adoptive relatives, even though if we factor the magic or Mystic War, he's over 100 years old.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I did like the episode where they finally found out that Korag was his dad. And he was like, why are we trusting this guy when he's been trying to kill us for months? Never heard a more truthful statement out of someone's mouth in that whole franchise. Why are we trying to trust someone that literally tried to murder us for like 6 months straight? You know what? Nick had some bangers there. But I liked that, they had that really cool little like mini movie. I think that's the best Power Rangers movie they ever did. It was built as some sort of like mini movie when it came out. It's like, if you watch it episodically, it'd be like 2 different episodes. But when
it's a multi-parter. It's a multi-parter.
Yeah. But whenever it first came out on Jetix, it was actually confirmed to be it was a movie, like a TV movie or whatever. That was actually the best thing they ever. Oh my god, that was very good. Like Mystic Force it'd be like my guilty pleasure season. It has some really good ideas.
Poor execution.
Yeah, it's just poor execution. I wish when Daggeron came into the show, Hudana was like, did the pull that Zordon. Daggeron, you're the leader now. Nick was like, what? Just imagine it just crashing out. Holy
Correct
crap.
me if I'm wrong, but didn't Udana's actress pass away like right after the season ended? Like 07, 08?
Good Lord, man. Jason David Frank is gone. Trini is gone.
The actor who played Zordon, been gone. I think he died in the late 90s.
Didn't the guy who played Shane in Ninja Storm, isn't he dead?
He unalived himself in 2019.
God damn.
Though he was going through some scandal at the time. I forget what it was.
That's crazy. Good Lord. Korag. Yeah, I love the Korag. I wish he could have morphed into Korag. Because that is one of the coolest designs ever.
Well, he turned into Wolf Warrior at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Which is a glorified reskin, but hey.
I prefer the red, I gotta be honest.
Good Lord. Hey, I will say, Daggeron's Megazord, the Solar Street Megazord, that thing look cool as fuck. That thing's awesome. But hey, Mystic Force, good Lord. Also, the crossovers, like for some reason, they just didn't really do crossovers randomly.
Yeah, because Disney gave them a very tight budget, and then you also have to factor actor availability.
You gotta fly them out and all that shit. Yeah.
I believe in the Disney era, Mystic Force SPD was no, I gotta count Wild Force and Ninja Storm. Other than those two, just about every Disney season either got, even if it wasn't a full crossover episode, you at least got a reference to the previous season as an equivalent.
Yeah. Like, I understand why we didn't get the Wild Force Ninja Storm one based off of, like,
the transition.
That one makes sense. It just did not make sense to have Mystic Force not meet SPD. Like, that one's just like, there's no
I was like, wait, that's a wasted opportunity right there.
Yeah, they didn't have Jungle Fury meet up with Operation Overdrive either. I don't think they did. No, they didn't do it. Yeah, that's right. No. Crossovers stopped until like that random Samurai one where the Scott.
Saban got the rights back in Samurai and he forced it, but it was a whole thing. But I will say this before we move on. This is probably the last thing I'll say. Out of the Disney era, okay, Wild Force and Ninja Storm not getting a crossover because that was right after the Disney acquisition, so there would have been room for it. And just about every what we now know as Power Ranger crossover episodes, those are actually Sentai films based on those respective seasons. So the films would require a separate licensing fee to be localized for the American Power Rangers version. Ooh. Some seasons was able to afford in their budget, some weren't.
Yeah. I also heard in SPD they had to hire like a random producer they had just to do the Omega Ranger stuff because they couldn't afford.
They didn't want to hire an extra actor, so they just had an extra do the voice.
That motherfucker didn't even unmorph. Motherfucker just sleeps. Imagine sleeping in that thing. What the? I'm good. Holy.
Imagine how he showers in that.
He doesn't. It's a sad thing.
Wait, man, Omega Ranger, why does your Megazord smell so bad?
Oh, God.
I think Tevi is trolling us. Hold on. Nick era? No. Name one Nick era season was good, other than Dino Charge. Other than Dino Charge, name one Nick era season that was objectively good from beginning to end.
There was a series, I think it was a Dino Charge or something like that. The problem with this is like, there was like 18 Power Rangers on the team now.
That's just too many.
I'm like, what? And different shades of purple were Rangers. I'm like,
you're a Ranger. Like, everyone's a Ranger. Everyone. But it's crazy. You know what's interesting is in SPD, I feel like the biggest issue it had, well, not like a big issue, but they should have made Kat a full-time Ranger. I was like, why did she? Because I think in the Sentai version, that character is a Ranger with the team when she does get her powers. Why was Kat just someone that just morphed one time?
She's an honorary member, but in the Sentai, she only morphs like a handful of times, whereas in SPD, they confined it to one episode.
That was so... I was like, come on. Oh, she so deserves to be one. That was like the most obvious Ranger you could have had to it, but it's okay. It's okay. You know, fine.
No, we did get Boom as a character, which I don't mind Boom being basically the Bulk and Skull or Stooge of the season. But usually with that type of dynamic, you have to have the Stooge have some kind of comeuppance. Boom wasn't a bad guy. I mean, was he a dropout from the Space Patrol Delta or Space Patrol Academy? Yeah, he was a dropout, but overall he wasn't a bad guy.
Walter says, "Hey, Jared and Jay Heat." Wait a minute. Walter didn't say hi to me. It's okay, Walter. It's fine. He doesn't say hi to me at all. He just ignores me. God damn.
I got nothing. Maybe Samurai. Okay. All right. Tevia, I will give you this. I will play devil's advocate. Samurai is decent, but compared to Shinkenger, it is god awful.
Yeah. Like, or so someone even said, like, why wasn't Cam morphed in the final season and in the final episodes of Ninja Storm? Because no, that character, Cam's character was killed off in the final episodes of that Ninja Storm season for them. So
they didn't have the
footage for it.
Sentai stuff.
Yeah, but also even if they did, he was dead. That's their thing. You're just fucking gone. Mm-hmm. Like in some of these seasons, they kill off these people. You don't get to have a happy ending of like, well, I lost my powers. I'm still around, buddy. No, you're fucking.
Just about every 6 or auxiliary ranger in a Sentai is killed off. At least one by the time you get to the end.
Yeah, so like it's like Cam, the Samurai Ranger. He in the end of that season, he just dies.
In the Sentai version, Cam.
Sentai version, yeah. Also, their Ninja Storm is cool as fuck. They had a lot of cool stuff we did not get, but luckily, Ninja Storm did turn out to be pretty good. It turned out to be good.
That's the one thing about. I know we're on a Power Rangers tirade, but bear with us, folks. Hurricaneger is good. Don't get me wrong. But the rival school or Thunder Ranger arc dragged on way too long in the Sentai version. It took up half the season. At least with Ninja Storm, they were able to compress it down to 7 episodes, 10 max. I know it's for cultural purposes, but the whole Wind Ranger Thunder Ranger arc was very dragged out in the Sentai version.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, but let's move on.
Let's go. We're gonna control, produce quality, and hug Jared.
Okay.
No. God, we're trying to get. See, we have to give Jared love. We're not trying to sandwich you, Jared. It's just 2 black guys. You know, Disney, Pixar's, no Diddy.
You 2 are gonna get me demonetized one of these days.
Demonetized. You need money. You don't want to be like radio.
Let's just move on.
Let's have some fun. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the DCU Lanterns teaser trailer is already dividing fans. So we finally got the first official teaser trailer for the DCU Lanterns TV show that will be coming out in a few weeks or a few months, but who the fuck cares, honestly, when you get your first official look at the DCU Lanterns TV show, and it was pretty polarizing. Let's just say that. So I literally just watched it today, pretty much before you guys have seen this video come out. So like right before Jay Heat would come in for the video portion of the show, I just watched it and I went, how is this like a lantern show? You know,
like
because
none of it doesn't even remotely it looks like a generic like crime mystery show that they then put a Green Lantern like thing around.
Yeah. So
even though the suit is brown, first off.
Oh, we'll get into all that stuff. But Jared, you did cut out there for a second. So what did you say?
Oh, I said it looks like a generic crime show, but they just Green Lantern like logo on it because they felt that no one would watch it unless it was a Green Lantern thing.
Yeah. So when James Gunn did that like video where he's talking about like the DCU chapter 1 Gods and Monsters, I remember he would like describe like a lot of these shows and movies based off of like other popular shows and movies. So he said like Paradise Lost was going to be kind of like influenced by Game of Thrones. And I want people to understand, popular anything is going to influence other popular thing later on down the road. That's just how
this is an objective truth.
Yeah, this is how creativity works. Like every action movie is probably inspired by the greatest action movie of all time. That's just how this kind of works. Now, I remember the Lantern show. I remember he described it as True Detective or whatever. Now, I'm supposed to understand, not every popular TV show everyone's watched, though. So even if he said it's based off, it's like influenced by True Detective. Okay, cool. But why would you just assume that because it was popular, everyone watched it, though?
Just say it's a Green Lantern detective show. That's all you have to say. And then, okay, we kind of get it because that concept works. That concept works. So, to be clear, I would be fine at everything except for the aesthetics is I can live with it. I may not like it, but I can live with it. It's just not once do I see anything Green Lantern except for a suit that's brown.
Yeah, that you hang inside of a closet, which is
it's almost like I wouldn't be surprised. So what you guys don't know, started a new Lantern Corps called the Brown Lanterns. Now, you may be wondering, Jared, since like Green Lanterns are based on willpower, what's the Brown Lanterns based on? Diarrhea.
Isn't that black people?
Regardless, it's like, look, that's the thing about this. I'm like, I understand what they're doing. The funny thing about the suit MSK is if you look in the shoulders, there's like it's darker green, like a little bit more. I'm like, that's what because I think they're going for. Hal is starting to like lose his ability to be a Green Lantern, so his suit is fading. I'm like, okay, you can make it like a darker like olive green and still have that effect. Why is it brown?
Because again, they're trying to be practical with it. Like, for example, if this was the Earth 1 approach, like say this was Earth 1 from the early 2000s, to where it was a modern revamp similar to basically DC's Enter the Ultimates, but it fell through. And Hal Jordan's Lantern uniform was basically tailored around his test pilot uniform, basically. And his test pilot uniform is like a standard dark brown, almost blackish, depending on the branch Hal Jordan's in, and the suit kind of and the energy of the Green Lantern ring kind of just exudes around it. Easy fix, excuse to be practical. But why would you use a brown suit or a brown tailored jacket?
Oh,
use black.
And if you use black, man,
no one would have cared.
It's CW, man.
And there's more things to cover too. So in the Green Lantern mythos, now I want people to really understand this when I say this. When it comes to a character like the Green Lanterns, there's 70, 80 years essentially of history. There's going to be different writers that have had their different interpretations of how the ring works, willpower, and all that shit. And there's good and bad interpretations of all that stuff. But typically from the things that I've consumed from basically these characters. When you become a Green Lantern, because in the trailer he's like, "Well, I've been training you this whole time." Aren't you supposed to be training with like one of them, like an actual lantern?
Here's what happens. Here's the process. So what happens is the ring comes to you and says, "Blank, you have the ability to overcome great."
Right, I remember.
You have the ability to overcome great fear. You get transported to Oa, where you are then put through essentially boot camp by Kilowog, and then once you're done with that, you're officially a Green Lantern. You're done. It's not like you're
unless we're trying to make this unique. I'm sorry to cut you off, Jared. Unless you make this unique. First of all, First Flight is the standard for any Green Lantern origin story. First Flight is just the standard. Second of all, this could be. I'll play devil's advocate. I'll actually defend the show here. Say John gets his ring. He then goes through boot camp with Kilowog. Everything I know, a standard procedure. And he's just an add-on to help Hal, since Hal's, a little older. He's a legendary lantern. And he's not able to channel willpower as well as he used to because he has doubts in his old age. But Hal decides to be an ass and bench John to go through his own personal training, or drag John into a personal training session. Kind of similar to what Tales of the Jedi did, to where, if you've actually seen that anthology, Ahsoka passes a standard Jedi examination against in a battle droid scenario, and then Anakin critiques it to like, okay, it's a lousy test. Like, you can outmaneuver a few droids. It's not rocket science. And then she drags Captain Rex in the 5-0 burst. And going through that drill actually helps Ahsoka survive Order 66. A little convoluted, I know, but that's the most direct example I could make.
Oh, because another thing I want to bring up when it comes to all this stuff, because there's actually many layers to go through all of this, and we have the things here we're going to cover in the video as well. So I want you guys to really understand everything I'm bringing up here, okay? So I want comic book fans to understand is, like, I guess their approach is to basically kind of get more normie and casual viewers to watch, because people like us are, I would imagine, assume it in their brain, we're going to kind of watch because we like that it's here anyway. And we're going to talk about it regardless anyway. I would imagine that's from a business perspective. That's how they think about that stuff. But
that's fair.
That's just a business approach, which is fine, because you put out an Iron Man animated series. I'm watching that shit ASAP day one. That's just me personally. And a lot of people that like Iron Man would do it. Same with this. People that actually like superhero content are gonna pretty much watch it. Now, do you have to watch everything? No, obviously not. But like, let's be honest here, we're gonna watch it and talk about it, so they know we're gonna consume it because we already like this stuff, and it's just a byproduct anyway. Their thing is, will this be attractive to more casual people? Well, the thing is, I want to understand how this works, right? A casual doesn't know how this works with as far as how Green Lanterns work, rings and willpowers and all that shit. So making it in the vein of something not that doesn't matter to them.
Also, remember, we're in a period where one of the selling points of the entire DC effing U is comic accuracy. They said, "Oh, we're going to be very much true to the comics this go around," and I
can't believe people bought that. I didn't buy that.
Well, I didn't buy that either. Yeah, but yeah. I'm like, okay, so now it's bad, MSK, when people are saying maybe we treated Zack Snyder too harshly.
We'll get into that. So the whole thing I want to bring up to people is, so this is how we have arguments with casuals, guys. I'm not trying to be mean here. I am, because most of you guys are fucking retarded. So I'll be nice. You're going to like what they give you for the most part because you have no prior reference of what it is. That's why catering to casuals is easy, and why when you change something from the comics to the show, a casual's lingo will always go like this. They'll always say this: well, I didn't really know much about this character, so it doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, because you're a casual. You have no prior reference of what the actual source material is. So that means they could just kind of give you something and you're probably just going to like it regardless. Now, will that be most casuals? Obviously not. But I guess that's the approach. It's like, hey, we can kind of change things up like this, and a casual will just kind of get to understand it, though. Now, the big problem when it comes to, I would say, like, the trailer is it really didn't give off the best interpretation of, like, the Green Lanterns.
Because here's the thing.
Hey, I'll be fair. It's only 2 minutes, and it probably only showed off, like, episode 1. I will be fair.
Here's the thing on that, because so many people are adding on with the whole, oh well, the suit can probably be fix and post later, or you're judging before you watch it. I'm like, here's the problem with that. Okay, MSK, what is the purpose of a trailer?
Thank you. That was my next point. So people need to understand this, though. Trailers are put out to gauge interest, to get you excited for said product. Now, the reason
in a
why,
way, it's your first impression, right?
Right. And that's why I mentioned the fact earlier. It's like people like us are going to watch it and review it because we just like this stuff that much. We're just kind of in this stuff for life at this point. Right now, keep in mind, to make sure I watch it, you should probably put out something that, I don't know, just fuck me, right? Resembles Lanterns or Green Lantern, right? And
or just have the green suit in there, have a good impression of it. Like, end it with a shot of, okay, let's get a shot of the trailer done, of the suit done in action.
Applies too. That your thing, dude. Come on, guys. This is not a tangent. I'm just gonna tie it into a point. Transformers 1. The main reason why people did not go and watch that was the first impression of that was bad. As Jared just pointed out, your first impression matters on someone. This is just a life thing you should probably learn too. Your very first impression of how someone views you, thinks about you, and how they look at you all comes from a first impression. Now, keep in mind, with what that trailer offered, is that going to make people more watch it or not watch it? Because from what I recall, Creature Commandos and Peacemaker Season 2, they weren't really tearing it up in the TV ratings, actually.
No, they weren't.
So I'm just going to point out here, when someone says, you just can't judge things off the trailer, are you fucking retarded? That's what they're for! What do you think a trailer's for?
Supposed to be? Wait a minute here.
Why do you think they spend millions of dollars on advertising, you absolute retard?
What is it with this stupid universe that they're 0 for 2 in costume reveals? Remember the first image they sent out of the Superman suit?
Oh, yeah, that one was pretty bad. That one was terrible. Yeah, that was
like,
bad.
What are you doing?
I'm not even trying to be mean here, but people, understand this, please. You can't judge it off the trailer.
Yes, I can.
Really? So if I didn't watch it based off the trailer, is that good too? Because if the trailer is absolute dog shit, which is what a lot of you guys say, well, why would I watch the show if the trailer was dog shit? Shit, you don't say. You don't color me shocked. You didn't watch something you thought was bad because the marketing told you it was bad. Huh, funny how that works. So what you guys understand, you can actually, I'm not saying to fully judge as far as, okay, you can get bad trailers, good shows, good trailers, bad shows. It's all interchangeable, right? You can get a bad trailer for a movie and get a good movie out of it. You can get a good movie and a bad trailer. All of it can work in some shape or fashion, right? But as a consumer of this who's spending, I don't know, hard-earned money on this stuff, I can fully go, hey, I don't want to watch that because the trailer did not convince me to. If the trailer literally did not convince me to watch it, I'm not going to watch it. That's the job of a trailer. Now, to be fair, we review this stuff. We're going to watch it anyway. But what I'm saying is, like, this is the point of why they spend this much money advertising this stuff, okay? Now, another thing to bring up when it comes to this stuff is it's not about Lanterns specifically. All of you fucking weirdos out there who get on your knees like Adriana Chedick, porn star, and James Gunn will pull out his fat dick and he shoves it right in your mouth, all the way to your esophagus, and you choke on that shit. You must just defend everything the fucking universe does. You know what Grace Randolph said to you people a while ago? My boo, my baby Grace Randolph. Hey, girl, what it tastes like? So, what I'm saying here is she literally pointed out how dumb most of you are. You'll say on Twitter how something is the best thing ever. Oh my God, DC, I can't wait for a Firestorm movie. I can't wait for a Batwoman movie. You know what happens in the theater? You don't even show up.
Remember Blue Beetle when they were like, remember their hashtag campaign, the Blue Beetle Battalion, but no one showed up to see the movie?
And then Warner Brothers blamed the weather for why people didn't show up. I'm not kidding. It's an actual thing. A company blamed the weather.
Like Warner Brothers.
That's literally retarded, actually. So it's this thing of like, you don't have okay, just be honest with yourself. If you're someone who just loves sucking off James Gunn and you love the way he puts his fat cock straight down in your esophagus, whatever, it's fine. But to say that every single thing that's coming out is good and
do you know what it is? You know what it is, MSK? I think it's forced positivity because the DC fandom has been for so long in a bad state because of particularly the last year of the DCEU. So they're desperate for anything positive. So it's like you cannot critique anything.
Yeah, they're desperate for positive reception. Nope, I agree with that. It's just one of those things where, how do I explain this to people? It's like anytime something is announced for the universe, it's like people will say like, well, if you don't like what you saw in last year, you don't have to watch it. But then you'll blame people if the viewership's not there. You would blame people. Well, you guys didn't watch it. You told me not to. You said you guys are gonna watch it, and you said if it's not for me, I'm gonna watch it. That's
remember MSK Charlie's Angels is not for dudes, and then dudes don't show up, and the movie tanks.
I'll give you another updated one. The Marvels. Women said that's their movie. Women literally said that's their movie. Men, you don't have to go show up to. Hey, men. Hey, Marvel's completely bombs. Actually, the worst bomb in the whole MCU out of 35 movies. Actually insane. Hey, men, why didn't you go watch the movie? You said it was you said it's your movie. I'm watching that trash. The fuck? That trailer looked like ass to me. You think I was paying to watch that? Fuck no. But I just don't get this. Like, the trailer did not convince me that it was going to be very Lantern-esque, right? And keep in mind, if they want to have it inspired by another show, that's fine. But the thing is like, okay, taking an inspiration doesn't mean fully basing your show off of that. That would just be, I don't know, color me shocked, copy and paste, right? So the thing here also to bring up is like the Hal Jordan. I wasn't really convinced by his performance as Hal Jordan though. Just in the trailer.
So wait a second. So okay, MSK. The basic idea of Green Lantern Corps is that it's intergalactic police force of aliens. Why is he saying when asked, "Do you talk to the other lanterns?" Nah, they're aliens and I'm just human. What the hell? So at worst, he's racist. At best, he's an idiot.
Oh, the part where what's that guy's name? Aaron Pierre. Aaron Pierre. He's like, well, I'm just more better than you. Now, I
know. At that point, I was like, oh, blow.
Well, to be fair, in the trailer, he looks like he's gonna say something back, but it cuts, so it gives you that weird deception of hey, he's teaching you how to be a Green Lantern. Might want to not be an asshole. Like, what the fuck? Hey, literally, because in the trailer, he says that, and then he's like. He looks like he's gonna say something back to him, but it cuts and it's like, all right. And then the weird, I don't know, that sheriff thing they were doing in the church. I wasn't really vibing with that. And I get it, guys. It's only gonna be maybe one episode, guys. But guys, you need to understand this though. When it comes to the landscape right now, that it's movies and television, these things don't catch your attention immediately. It falls off. What happened to the Acolyte? Acolyte had its first 3 episodes, highly viewed. After those first 3 episodes, everyone dipped until the finale, and it had half the viewership in the finale that it started with. You need to make a good first impression. This is not debatable anymore. You need to catch people with what you're doing. It's like, I just didn't feel anything from watching it. And keep in mind, they could become Green Lanterns in episode 2 or 3. And it could be that space opera adventure that we all wanted. Keep in mind, I will be fair. It could be that. I'm not saying it couldn't be. I'm not saying it can't. But based off the trailer that I just got, that might be a pretty boring ass fucking first episode. It's like, black guy. I'm oppressed. White people. Fucking hell. God damn. Holy shit. But J-Heat, what did you want to say about the Lanterns teaser trailer? Give your thoughts and opinions.
It just came across. Now, granted, it's a teaser. We have no finished product. We have no release date, and Lanterns was recently delayed. So I feel like it was just meh. I wasn't really expecting most of the effects, but the one thing I want from this show more than anything, if you want to prop up Jon Stewart as the primary Lantern or Lantern going forward, by all means, but don't just rush it or just make Hal or just do what Beware My Power did and just make Hal Parallax just so you have an excuse to kill him off. That's the laziest way you could go.
They cast a 60-year-old to play Hal Jordan in a universe that's supposed to go on for 10 years.
Because keep in mind, he had talked about this at some sort of event for Warner Brothers before the Paramount bought them. This is supposed to be a culmination event to lead up to Justice League or whatever. He'll be 70, guys, when that would ever come out. Now keep in mind, is this universe going to even get 10 years in? Who really knows, honestly? But it's and I'm not even saying that I have a problem with casual. It's I'm casual with some stuff. There's nothing about that. It's just who are you trying to really appease though? Because getting casuals to watch them is actually pretty easy. Casuals are literally appeased, guys, by anything. Guys, look at the Transformers universe from Michael Bay. They're appeased by just robots fighting. Literally robots fighting was cool to them.
And explosions.
That's it. Getting a casual is easy. That's not hard. The key thing here is Because I remember this was supposed to be something that Jeff Johns did with like the CW a long time ago, and then it got scrapped, and then it got kind of re-brought back with James Gunn with this idea. So, I mean, I don't know, honestly. It's like, yeah, HBO is known for making quality TV. I'm not saying they're not. But I just didn't feel like this was Green Lantern-esque, you know? Now, keep in mind, more episodes shown in it could prove me wrong. All right, so let's go over some retards. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right, first one is comicbook.com's bullshit, probably. Why the DCU's Lantern show is already dividing fans. We finally got our first look at Lanterns, the next DCU TV show. James Gunn's Superman successfully launched the DCU. Oh, yeah. All right, yes, a movie that made, you know, oh man, I hate media, guys. Man. When they're like, hey, if Superman doesn't make $1 billion, that's a failure. 4 months later, oh, that's 624. That's good enough. Come on. Oh, fuck off. Oh, I'll just go to pits of hell. All right, earning both popular and critical acclaim.
Holy shit.
Okay. I thought James Gunn's Superman movie was okay. I just didn't like the direction a lot of his decisions went. I thought it was okay. I wanted to love Superman. I didn't. I thought it was okay. Do I think it was a good start to the DCU? Not in my personal opinion, based on how you're showing Superman. But I guess if you guys liked it, whatever. But, you know, this is about me because I'm an elitist. Fuck all of you, actually. It has a Rotten Tomatoes critic score of 83%. What is with people? All right. While the audience score is an impressive 90%, but the DCU will be different from other cinematic universes. Like how? How? I've not seen any of that, honestly. While the audience score is... Sorry, I'm fucking retarded in black. But the DCU will be different from other cinematic universes in that it lacks a cohesive style and tone. Yes. Yeah, I agree. The Reborn franchise is helmed by James Gunn, and he's keen for every filmmaker and showrunner to blaze their own trail. Okay, and keep in mind, I know he said this show is going to be inspired by that show, and I know he said that as well. That's actually, I think he pretty much brought up too. Now, keep in mind, everything's going to be different tones, and keep in mind, which each character you're going to talk about, that's fine. I don't really think that's a bad idea, but your superhero stuff should like reflect superhero stuff.
Also, you notice that no DCU show has been anything but an hard R show so far.
That's true. You're right. The first Lantern trailer shows how different this is to Superman. Created by Chris Mundy, Damon Lindelof, and Tom King, it's stylistically unique. There's only one glimpse of the iconic Green Lantern costume, and it certainly doesn't pop with the vividness we've seen in Supergirl. Supergirl had no vividness. It just looked black, like my skin. What the heck? Also, the same problem that I had with Supergirl's trailer as I have with this one. Did you guys watch both these trailers and went like this? Meh? That's what I did. I was like, all right. That's what I did. After I watched that Lanterns trailer, I went, all right. Did you feel anything after watching that trailer? Did you feel it in your soul, J-Heat? You feel it in your heart?
Yeah.
I was dead inside. Far from a cosmic adventure, this promises to be an intensive small-town mystery starring two leads who are clashing, Kyle Chandler's Hal Jordan and Aaron Perry's Jon Stewart. Guys, this is a space series in the comic books. This is not like a whatever.
Occasionally they do arcs that take place on Earth, to be fair.
It's
but
true.
Again,
yeah, that's true.
Again, so so not once is a good look at the suit shown.
But this first trailer has had a polarizing effect in the fan base, resulting in intense division. No, you have people that are sucking James Gunn off and Tom King, and you have people that are not sucking him off. That's how I do it in my
people
brain.
That have standards and people that are shills. That's what you have.
As tempting as it is to dismiss this reaction as simply typical internet culture, there's actually good reason. Oh, fuck me, right? Keep in mind, casting a 60-year-old Hal Jordan is already a red flag. Like, you would think that they would cast actors that could play these roles for at least a decade and then
Which
recast.
tells me they're going to replace Hal Jordan.
Or they recast him, which is like, then why not just cast a younger guy to begin with, though? So what the fuck are you doing? Let's
so you
start.
wanted Jon Stewart to be the main Lantern.
Of course they do, which is fine. Yeah, I like Jon Stewart. I think he's pretty cool. But it's like, all right.
Then you should have just had Jon Stewart in it. It's really simple. The DCAU did this.
Good Lord. But, you know, long are we past good decisions with Warner Brothers. Let's start with the reason some viewers are excited about Lanterns, the sheer quality of the team this HBO TV show has assembled. Damon Lindelof is well known for ambitious, mystery-driven stories like Lost, The Leftovers, and Watchmen. He's become one of the most respected auteur showrunners, and it's thrilling to see him making a superhero TV series in the nascent DCU. Even better, Lanterns has attracted some phenomenal talent, with the first trailer naturally focusing in on Chandler and Perry. Chandler's casting has come in for a lot of praise, and he really does feel like the iconic Hal Jordan.
No, he doesn't.
I didn't feel that way at all.
He feels like old man Hal Jordan. That's what he feels like.
This guy said, not a critic, said Kyle Chandler looks like he hides a power ring in his pocket. I don't know if that's supposed to be a diss. This guy right here is always sucking off everything. He's like, every day I thank God Josh Brolin passed on Hal Jordan because Kyle Chandler, fuck off. Aaron Perry has a strong reputation too, and he plays the role well, albeit a little differently to the comic book version of Jon Stewart. We've known that forever with these guys. There, Stewart was initially uncomfortable with the idea of being a Green Lantern and intimidated by the idea of taking over from the original, whose identity he didn't initially know, leading to a lot of confusion when he wondered why test pilot Hal Jordan recommended him at one point. Quote, I saw myself as the backup quarterback, John explained. In Green Lantern issue 188, quote, you only play when the real guy's hurt and only until he gets better. Damn. I always got main character syndrome here, people. I'm the main character around here.
Sure you are.
Suffice to say, that's not the Jon Stewart of the DCU. With this version, more ambitious, generating strong drama between Hal and John. Okay. But this isn't a traditional Green Lantern story. Well, shit. Color me shocked, right? At the same time, though, other viewers, principally those who grew up with the comics, are shaken by the trailer. The Green Lantern comics are amongst the most vivid and beautiful in the entire superhero genre, with stories frequently set against a backdrop of swirling nebulas and cosmic firestorms. This is completely absent from Lanterns, which we talked about before. Only like maybe first episode shown. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It could show it later on. Could. Because this could be like a fucking MCU TV show where you get all that shit in the last episode and it just means nothing, honestly. I could. Which grounds the story in a single small town, with the trailer only featuring brief glimpses of superpowers in action. Even a scene where Hal flies avoids the traditional emerald green halo effect that accompanies Green Lantern flight. You know, this trailer did something to people when they said Ryan Reynolds shit was better. And that,
yeah, exactly.
That was woo, damn. And I'm not ever calling that movie good. I never actually finished that movie. My brother bought it on DVD, put it on for 20 minutes, and I was like, nope, this is ass. I never finished that shit. The general reaction amongst this part of the fan base is simple. This looks like a great TV show, but it doesn't look like a Green Lantern show. Huh, that's the same shit people said about Man of Steel. Huh, crazy how that works these years. Crazy, right? The fading of the suit may be appropriate for the narrative, but it feels almost symbolic that this is just a shadow of what it could have been. Some are even comparing this to Fox's early X-Men movies, which released at a time when studios were unsure whether audiences would like superhero films, and thus were too embarrassed to embrace the surreal and spectacular. I don't even know if that's ever changed, though.
Not really.
I mean, not really. I would say they haven't changed all, but, you know, fuck me, right? It's true that the trailer nods to a lantern who's a chipmunk, acknowledging the wider universe, but it doesn't seem to want to show any of this. Because yeah, it's a fucking squirrel. Oh my god, I forgot the guy's name. Oh my god, I forgot the name.
Chip.
But I like Chip. I like that character actually. It must be noted that
There's
the
a
trailer.
Green Lantern, by the way. That's a sentient planet.
Yes. It must be noted that the trailer does offer hints that matters will escalate. Buildings are shown torn apart, suggesting how Jordan will be going up against something that can give two Green Lanterns a run for their money. HBO has desperately chosen not to give too much away, instead focusing on the relationship between Hal and John. The emotional heart of the story is easy to understand that choice, but it has left some viewers deeply unsatisfied. Amusingly, HBO has responded by openly calling out some of these critics. What do you mean there's no green? Okay, guys, that's just tongue-in-cheek. They're just fucking around. That is like, okay, all right, I guess. You're so funny. You're so funny, HBO. Oh my god, bro, where is the green? He's a Green Lantern. That just looks ugly. That's some bad, ugly, that's some ugly wire work. That looks terrible wire work right there. The first Lantern trailer has probably done what HBO wanted. What, divisiveness? I'm pretty sure no company likes that. Well, it's Warner Brothers. I think they relish in that, actually. It has given viewers an idea what to expect from the latest Lindelof TV show, presenting the starring characters and the reasons for their conflict. It also served to let lovers of the comics know what they're in for.
Lovers of the comics? We already checked out.
It's over 9,000!
All right. That said, it's only a teaser, and Lindelof is known for plots that escalate quite quickly, meaning those hints of destroyed buildings should be seen as a promise that so much more is yet to come. Okay, keep in mind. What did you think of the Lanterns trailer? All right, so I will be fair. It could be maybe Sinestro's doing. It could be a lot of this shit. Sinestro could be at play here. There could be a bigger plot with him. But it's just, I don't know. I just didn't get a good first impression of the trailer. I thought it was just kind of meh, honestly. You know? I just didn't really feel like it embodied Green Lantern to me personally. All right, time to go over some retards. Well, he's not a retard. This tweet is not. But I love this caption. Retard by day, retard by night. Comic books are the only medium people are bullied for, asking for faithful adaptations. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ask for faithfulness? How dare you? How dare you? It's like, fuck me, right? No, this is not Jared's alt account, guys. This is not Jared's alt Wonder Woman account. This person, I just bookmarked this. And
I know them.
This person? Okay. The 2011 movie failed because of a horrendous script, not because of its space element features. That is literally what Green Lantern is all about. Why can't y'all just admit that this show looks terrible? I agree with this person. I don't know if Jared knows this person, but I agree with that. That Green Lantern, that movie failed because it's written like absolute dog garbage. That had nothing to do with, like, okay, it was criticized for the CGI suit was criticized. That was criticized. But the special effects were mostly not the reason why people didn't like it at all.
It was really the story more than anything.
Right. Rushing the parallax.
Also, Jay Heat, what was one of the criticisms people had about that movie about the fact that it takes place mostly on Earth, right? Hello?
This guy, Headless Horror, says, I get being optimistic, but why do people have to blindly defend every decision they make in the DCU? Things could be improved upon, which is why valid criticism is needed. Yeah, this is the thing that people do all the time. They go, why can't things get better? It's because you're not
allowing us to make things better.
Yeah, the problem here is if you have James Gunn's dick so far to your esophagus and you can't see straight, well, that's the reason why things can't get better. You know, they'll say you're rage baiting. They'll say like, oh, well, you're just a hater. It's like, all right, I'm sorry. I don't know, criticize and I kind of praise when it's needed to, you know? Good Lord. Because this one guy, he was like, people are just really angry at the trailer. Oh, you mean people are talking about it? Because I'm pretty sure that's what companies want, you to talk about it. They just put it out for it to have no noise whatsoever. So WZ says, where was the complaint when James Gunn literally described this trailer? Okay, so keep in mind, he can describe what the shows are based on as far as movies, I don't have to like that decision though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, keep in mind, he can describe what that is inspiring the show to be. I don't have to like what he describes it as.
Mm-hmm.
It might also be tongue in cheek too. Like, I don't know if you guys think Paradise Lost is gonna resemble Game of Thrones, but I guess what is it? The feeling of it? I don't fucking know these people anymore.
Vibe, I guess.
I don't know. These people always say that, like, hey, my show's based off X popular show. How? Well, it has the themes. All right, I guess, buddy. What are you fucking talking about, you weirdos? Good Lord. This guy said, it doesn't matter how long or short a teaser is. A teaser is supposed to get me excited for a movie or show. Yes. If I'm not excited, then it's not doing its job correctly. I'm not a fan of the Lanterns teaser, and I don't have to be. If that upsets you, block me. He just gave fucking hell.
Mm-hmm.
I forget this guy's name. Good Lord.
Guy Gardner.
Giving the middle finger. Yes. Good Lord. And keep in mind, why does it bother people that people just didn't think it was that good?
Because a lot of people feel threatened if their stuff is invalidated by other people.
Yeah. So Walter brings up a good question here. What does faithful mean for a medium that comes out with stories that contradict itself with others all the time? Nothing about flagship comic series like Lantern is faithful. It depends. It does depend.
Well, let me put it this way. I expect to see some green in the suit for Green Lanterns.
I will say this. If a show wants to do that for comic books based off characters with this much longevity, you should probably say it's based off of X person's run. That way, it could give me an idea of what it's going to be about. Like you guys bring up James Gunn. James Gunn initially said he's basing that Batman Brave and the Bold movie off of Grant Morrison's run. So when I think of Grant Morrison's run, I'm thinking of X and X and X thing that went on in his run, okay? Just that as an example. When you just say Lanterns, which run are you basing that off of? You know? Come on, you guys said there's different runs. Okay. Then which run is it just a concept that you're doing?
And just because comics contradict themselves does not mean that the adaptations does not give the adaptations an excuse to shit on the source material. I'm sorry, no.
Robert Meyer Brunette, whom I do like, he can be a little guy, but he says this pushback against Lanterns is absolutely absurd. As a lifelong comic fan, how can you not be intrigued by a real world presentation of these characters? Okay, Rob, I like you a lot. This is the same thing that I talk about with James a lot. So James, my friend, doesn't think it's a contradiction to have real world, to have so essentially our argument kind of went like this, okay? So you know when people say they want realistic superheroes, that is a contradiction. Superheroes are not real, okay? That itself, just as a concept alone, is a contradiction. You can have real world elements that reflect, but wanting realistic superheroes is not possible because it's not fucking real. That is literally a contradiction in and of itself. That's like someone coming up to you and saying, I want a realistic version of Wolverine. What are you talking about? Wolverine's not real, okay? Wolverine doesn't exist. It's like if someone says, I want a realistic expectation of, I don't fucking know. Give me a random character.
Punisher?
Yeah. What does that realistically look like to someone? You know, these characters aren't real. That's why they're fantastical, right? There's a fantastical element to comic books that come on, this stuff is escapism. They're not supposed to represent the real world. And I think that's the problem with most of this stuff now. It represents too much the real world where it doesn't allow you to escape. Imagine someone telling you, hey, I want a realistic version of Iron Man. What does that even look like? He's not real. I don't want realistic stuff based in this crap as comic books. I like it to be fantastical. Now, there is elements where real world aspects come into play, like cities and politics of some kind. I'm not disagreeing on that. But wanting comic book stuff to represent the real world is quite literally, fundamentally, a contradiction when it's not real. This stuff isn't real, okay? You can't have realistic versions of X-Men because they don't fucking exist, okay? And how about that? You know, in the real world, if X-Men existed, we would all be dead because Magneto would kill us all by listening to you people. Magneto would come on the internet and go, oh, fucking hell, wipe them all out. Just pointing out here, right? Okay, so Aaron Sparrow said, no lifelong comic of this says, boy, I'd sure like a version of this that's drab and brown. You know what would have been better? It instead of a spacebound sci-fi story, we put it in a boring American town. Maybe we could have had it overseen by two hacks known to interject modern day political screeds into their work. And if they could take the two most heroic and honorable Green Lanterns, make one old and tired and antagonistic because he's straight and white, while making the other a brash know-it-all that will be better in every way because the writers both fear and infantilize minorities, that would be ideal. Make sure there's some random ballbuster chick in there dressed. Godly. Can't let Tom King's emasculation fetish go.
That man.
Oh God,
Love
boy,
you,
that's
Erwin.
sure the Green Lantern show I'd love. And keep in mind, this is just an image of someone doing splash art on the Green
Also,
Lantern.
yeah, I don't like the way Robert like phrases it. He goes, "As a lifelong comic book fan, how could you not want this?" And I go, "It's easy. I have standards. That's it." You
But
have-
thank you. I'm glad you brought this up. What about Spider-Man? Is realistic to you outside of like, I don't know.
if you
he's
get bitten by a radioactive spider, realistically, you die of cancer.
Well, I think I understand what he's saying. He's bringing up like, okay, Spider-Man is relatable as far as like kind of some cool aspects, right? He's down on his luck. He's an underdog. Sometimes can't get it right. Can't get the girl. You know what that means? That means you're a fucking loser. But that's a different story for another day. But those are relatable aspects you can have in a character. But if someone were to say, I want a realistic version of Spider-Man, what does that even look like, though? Like, no, I do not want this stuff to really be more realistic. Like, okay, people are like, but don't you like the Nolan movies? Batman is a character you can kind of play with that concept of, right? Because there's actually Batman comics where you can actually have that as an approach. But that Batman approach cannot work for all these characters,
For
right?
everybody.
Yeah,
Batman
like-
is the exception that makes the exception.
Yeah,
to the-
Because if Batman's a crime fighter, detective, and all that shit, keep in mind, also, even in The Dark Knight, guys, that doesn't make a lot of... I'm not saying the movies don't make sense. I'm not saying the movies don't make sense, okay? What I'm saying is, like, in an aspect of that world, even though it's grounded in realism, do you still believe a man could run around in a bat suit and beat people up and do all this shit? It's still, in your brain, fantastical, because that's just kind of cool. That's just, like, in your mind, it just shocks and blows your mind, right? I'm saying... this whole thing of like having superheroes grounded in reality can only really work in specific executions and concepts of it, right? Like, let's just say The Walking Dead. Would you want The Walking Dead grounded in reality? How would a zombie apocalypse be grounded in reality? That shit's never gonna happen. These things, like, it's cool for them to be fantastical. Batman, the animated series, isn't grounded in reality at all.
I dare say it's pretty fantastical. Yeah, it was dark and had
fantastical.
mature themes, but yeah, it was really
Things you
fantastic.
could relate to, but in your mind you went, this is pretty fucking cool for the aspect of how they're showing off the universe. Guys, in Batman the Animated Series, their sky isn't even blue. That shit is orange. What realistic planet you've ever been on where the sky is orange? You know? Also, what kind of planet are you on where a baby fell out of the sky because his planet was dying or was going to explode, actually? Really? You want that in the real world? So you would just want Brightburn, essentially, which was not a good movie, in my opinion, but different story for another day. So, what I'm bringing up in a lot
Oh yeah, that edgy Superman horror they made.
Keep in mind, all of this stuff can exist. All of this stuff can exist in different pockets of stuff, right? Different ways you can execute the stuff. But my thing is this weird notion that people don't want superhero stuff to reflect the source material. I'm not saying like so let's say Jared wrote a Green Lantern run. And then maybe someone went, you know what? I'm not going to base it on the entire run. Okay, fair enough. But it should reflect aspects of it. It should reflect key aspects of it. I'm not saying you got to base it off like two omnibuses worth of fucking shit. But at least if the core elements and essence of it is there, you can make it intact and make it work.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, Green Lantern works like that because it's in space. You can make things work. What's their Guardians? I forgot their Guardian's name. Oh my God.
There's like Ganthet, there's Sade, there's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
person there.
Yeah. So my thing is, what is the purpose of wanting realistic superheroes outside of Batman, which can kind of swing that way, and
You
okay,
can do it with
Punisher.
Batman with 3-tier characters to a degree, but it's still in a fantastical
If
setting.
people just think because it works for Batman, it'll work with everyone, where that's
I'll even
very
grant
much not the
Punisher.
truth.
I'll grant Punisher. Okay, Punisher, Daredevil, some characters it can work with, but if you keep doing that concept, no one can believe it's fantastical unless you kind of show them it's fantastical. People literally think, I don't even fucking know. Like, what? Okay, all those are kind of grounded like this. The point of this stuff is for it to be in a fantastical element. Okay, so like, I'll give an example here. When people say this stupid line of like, man, hey, dude, did you know that Batman beat up Darkseid? Okay, hey, fucking retard. Batman can't exist. I guess we're already like we're already in Stupid Town, right? You're already in Stupidville, right? Okay. So if someone were to say, hey, dude, Superman can't beat Goku. Guys, Superman Superman fell out of the sky as a baby. He shoots lasers out of his eyes. We're already not thinking in logic here. Okay? We're already not thinking in logic here. So keep in mind, it's fun for it to be this fantastical and for it to be in this kind of element. Now, people can disagree if they want to. I don't really care. You're all a bunch of losers to me. I'm joking with you guys. I'm joking.
Sure.
So, oh God, Jared, I'm joking. Okay, so Walter says, why does it have to be based off any previous runs? He said it is.
He said it is.
He quite literally said the Batman run is based off of Grant Morrison's run.
His whole announcement had, these are what the comics are based on.
For Booster Gold, for Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is going to be based off of, checks notes, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. He said these books are going to be based off of, well, some of the movies are going to be based off of X and X run. I don't know which runs they're going to be basing off of this show, but what are they basing this show off of? Who knows which run,
Probably
honestly.
Green Lantern Earth 1, but only from a short visual
aesthetic standpoint.
Yeah, so I know we've ranted about a lot of stuff here, but it's just you know, because keep in mind, I understand this point of view. Fully faithful, 100%, probably not going to happen, but it should be at least like a 90%, right? It should be a 90% thing, right? I understand. Fully 100%, I agree. Can't happen. Can I get 90 or 95? No.
Well, the way I normally do adaptations is if they get the basic plot, because when you look at like Captain America 3 Civil War, that is very much not the comic, but they told essentially the heart of that story in that movie. So I was like, okay, this is not accurate to the comic at all. However, it still got like the basic plot.
Right.
I agree.
I feel like people are taking realism way too far when it should be, can this be realistic in this fantastical setting with what the creator has set up? So my thing with that, I'll disagree personally. It's just the way I phrase that is we're already reading about characters who can shoot laser beams out of their eyes. This notion of expecting realistic shit is kind of weird. I'm just pointing out that's not a wrong approach, but you must also think in your mind, I'm reading about a guy who has Robins, who has sidekicks,
or like
Robin.
A woman that is like made out of clay and throws on a magical rope that can tell people to tell the truth.
Who also worships like Greek goddesses or something like that. Like, bro,
we're
guys,
talking about a man that's run so fast he went back in time.
You guys want that realistic? He quite literally is so fast he can race with Superman, stop what he's doing, save people, and then come back to racing Superman. How do you want that realistically? Imagine wanting a Flash. I want my Flash grounded in realism. Bro's gonna look like us when running.
I'm sorry, but this whole James Gunn worship thing, he can do no wrong, has to freaking stop.
You know, so, and keep in mind, I understand with characters like Lanterns, there's going to be a bunch of different adaptations and runs and how the powers work on stuff. I understand that. But the show itself should reflect that in your first impression of the trailer. All it had was like, he tossed the ring around, he said some bullshit, and the suit was hanging in a closet.
Also, they got the Green Lantern oath wrong. They said the Green Lantern oath talks about protecting people. I'm like,
that's not.
Do I really have to? MSK, do you mind if I do the Green Lantern oath right now?
Isn't it in brightest day and blackest night?
And no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evils might be where my power, Green Lantern's light.
Ain't got nothing to do with that protection bullshit. Hey, yes, Hal, you should protect people with your Green Lantern powers. Congratulations, Hal, you got it. Oh my God, should my superheroes protect me? Yes. I think that should be just got no given, no brainer, right? But WC's calls nerds. Oh my god. So no. And what I'm saying is, okay, I'll give an example. That Flash movie that just came out, right? That shitty one with Ezra Miller. It was originally called Flashpoint. So in people's minds, you go, okay, it'll be taking elements out of Flashpoint. It'll be inspired by it because that could get you in the mind of thinking like, okay, it's going to resemble that story to a certain extent. So when they made casting decisions for that movie, they went, okay, that's going to be based off of this, that, and the third. Keep in mind, I don't know which run they're basing this off of, but that's why I gave you guys the Batman Brave and the Bold example. James Gunn said it's based off of Grant Morrison's run, and in Grant Morrison's run, Talia al Ghul kind of yaks on Bruce's big fat meaty cock when he maybe or may not have consented to that, allegedly in Minecraft, said by a guy named Jared from Comics League on YouTube. So is he gonna? Do you guys want that? Do you guys want Talia yakking on Bruce's fat chicken when he's maybe not consented? Would you guys want a faithful adaptation of that? But I say I spell on your grave, so my brain is already fried. So, Pika Shade says, remember the 2009 Green Lantern's first flight movie? It didn't use the Green Lantern's oath until the end before the credits. I mean, you could do different things with how things go, but I think for the most part, when it comes to casuals, a lot of people go like, as long as it keeps the essence of what the story is, it's fine. Keep in mind, that can work. It all depends on execution, though. If you want to take that approach, you can. I'm not saying you don't have to take a full 100% adaptation of comic approach. I'm not saying you have to. But if you're going to do that, it needs to be executed in a way that keeps what the core essence of those characters are. Is that fine? Is that a fine principle to have? But we'll go, J. Heat Blaze, what are your final thoughts and opinions on the Green Lantern's DCU teaser trailer? Anything you want to say?
My final thoughts on the teaser trailer was to be determined. I am somewhat disappointed by Hal's suit in his closet. I am seeing where they're kind of cutting corners where they can, but maybe the final trailer and even the show proper will be an improvement. So I'm cautiously optimistic.
All right. Jared, your final thoughts and opinions
about this point? It's like when it comes to this project, I'm like, okay, the problem with it is that I've seen too much to really like. I mean, let me put it this way: I'll still watch it, like MSK says, because I'm also a big Green Lantern fan, so I kind of have to because people are going to talk about it.
You're going to ask us our opinions. We're going to watch it, yeah.
Yeah. So far, the show has made like the crappiest first impression it could have made.
And keep in mind, it could literally be the best. If this show was really good, I will tell you guys, honestly, I thought it was really good. If it's really horseshit, I'll tell you why I think it's really horseshit. Or if it's just kind of mid and it's going to be really forgettable, I'll give you that opinion. Keep in mind, I've seen bad trailers to stuff where I've watched it. I'm like, man, this shit's pretty fucking good.
Transformers 1.
Yeah, like it's. So I want people to understand this perspective here. Just in case something does show a bad first impression, doesn't mean it can't convince me it's good when I watch and engage with the actual material. But if people don't want to engage with the product because the trailer didn't convince them to, you know what's crazy here? Call me shocked, guys. That's fine too. The trailer's supposed to do that for you, But well, who knows how the DCU is going to pan out? We had Creature Commandos. Some people like that, which is fine. I didn't get a chance to see it yet, but I will eventually. Superman, I thought was okay. I did not get a chance to see Peacemaker Season 2. I will be watching Supergirl. I will be watching Lanterns, and I will be watching Clayface, actually. Who knows how this universe is going to turn out, because there's just been so many weird decisions being made actually at this point. So we'll see how it all works out. So thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I'm MSK, aka Master Striking, and we're going to sign up, guys. See you guys later. Goodbye. Peace. And we still have Jared. Good Lord. But we're not actually done. That's just the video portion of the episode, guys. But how do we mess up space cops? To be fair, we haven't seen them be space cops yet, so they can't really mess up an idea they haven't really executed yet. But who knows? That's why I said, like, hey, I'll watch it, and if it has that fantastical Green Arrow, good Lord. So many greens. If it has the fantastical Green Lantern stuff, I'll be like, hey, I'm glad it turned out this way. I'm glad it turned out to be something I could really enjoy. But keep in mind, it could do all that stuff and just be written like absolute garbage. You know, like I've always just been very honest with how I thought about stuff. Like if I think it's good, I'll tell you why it's good. But if I think it's bad, I'll tell you why it's bad. If I think it's just okay, I'll tell you why it's okay. You know, but this notion that everyone should just like start sucking this off because I don't like people who are negative. Well, I don't know. Don't live life then.
Then don't be on the internet. That's
out,
your first clue.
Yeah. Well, you probably don't have a successful life. You probably don't go outside. Like, what the fuck? Hey, people are gonna be negative. I don't know how to really shape you from that. People are gonna be like, I don't know.
So I have an entire shelf of Green Lantern comics. I've earned the right to be negative about a Lanterns trailer. Okay,
Jared, why are you yelling at me? Good lord. Realistic. That's also stupid. A realistic approach on people that. A realistic approach on dudes that put on rings, have their power based off their will, which is essentially your mind, and they fly, and they make constructs. Realistic people who wear green outfits, fly, wear green rings, have an oath, and make constructs out of their will. You want a realistic version of that? It's, you know what's crazy, guys? The charm in it being that quirky and that weird. That's the charm to it. That's the fun about it. You know,
So true.
That's the crazy, and that makes that crazy wackiness more, attractive. Like, hey, I love the Jeremy Adams Green Lantern back in the Action Volume 1 trade that I read.
I got to interview him yesterday. When you hear, that's the guy that I want as the creative and head of like a Green Lantern show, because the guy gets it.
Why not Tom King, man? A guy who in a comic it's an out of context panel that I've seen. I'm not read the whole book. I will.
Here's the context. I'll give you I know exactly. Here's the context. Yeah. So Booster Gold. So this is around the time that Batman was getting married. So as his bachelorette, as his bachelor gift, Booster Gold goes back in time and saves the Waynes so that Bruce can have a life with his parents before he gets married. So somehow this causes everything to go out of whack to the point where Hal Jordan is like, okay, so they say I can't harm myself with my ring, but they also say I have the most willpower. So I bet if I will it so much, boosh.
Fucking hell. All right, kill me now. What the fuck did you just...
It's over 9,000!
Also,
yeah, the gift was just granted, it was a 3-issue arc. It didn't really contribute to anything in the larger line, but it was an edge fest through and through.
And it's people like this person. Oh my god, why do we let girls be in our hobbies? Because women are the worst.
Annoying.
Women are the worst.
By the way,
I have not heard this.
Wait, MSK. You know what she did? That panel of Hal Jordan blowing his brains out. She said, she said, "Isn't it? I can't believe we're finally. I can't believe how much aura the Green Lantern rings has." And I literally retweeted and went, "That's the panel you pick."
This is why women should not be in these hobbies. They're just the worst. Keep in mind, when she already said ex-Valorant pro, I'm like, all right, L. But being right, once again, that y'all got ahead of yourselves. We are getting green. Because she quote tweeted the home of DCU account, and it said, like, feeling teased with a green heart. Keep in mind, their accounts are just doing that for social media fun. That's whatever. But people actually think the issue with the trailer is not having enough green. What?
No,
No,
it's a cheap production. You're obviously repurposed this from a generic detective show, and it's just bland. It's bland as dirt, at least from what we've officially seen.
Let's look at some of these. I mean, she's pretty hot though, but but it's one of those things where, oh my god, why you got to be dumb and stupid? But that's fucking women, honestly. Oh god, just
honest to God, this is my first time ever seeing this person.
If you follow her, tell her to hit me up because I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. I'm crying, not the official Lanterns account commenting on my TikTok. Yes, they suck off people like this person. Oh, this is how it works for these people.
Being a shill, that's what it's called.
This is how it works for these people. Business, not corporations. When it comes to like movies and TV shows, the people that run those social media accounts, if someone is giving something, glowing praise, 100% glowing praise. They'll retweet you, they'll like your posts and everything. You eventually, I don't know, tweet or do a TikTok video about criticizing something. You won't see them. You will not see them do anything with you. Just pointing out. And this is all people like her want. Cringy, disgusting validation from these people. Oh, thank you for enjoying our ass garbage teaser trailer that we just dropped. Thank you for enjoying our shitty teaser trailer. Oh, you're a girl, so you probably have a bunch of retarded simps who give you money on OnlyFans. Oh, God, we love you. Oh, God, you guys disgust me. What else? There's probably nothing here about lanterns. Oh, my God. Lanterns is now the #1 trending trailer on YouTube, surpassing Toy Story 5 and even the final season trailer of The Boys. When did trailer likes or dislikes
when did that
imply anything?
When did they translate to actual like performance for a movie or show?
Oh my goodness. Oh, fucking hell. I think it was in James Gunn's announcement video. He detailed it as being based on like True Detective, kind of like how Paradise Lost was supposed to be based around like based on Game of Thrones. That's where Nisu told you where it's from. Goes to show Twitter is just a loud minority in terms of criticism. The masses are excited. I'm excited. Well, you're gonna be excited. You're a girl. You fucking don't know anything about this shit. Right? Dude, you know what's crazy? One of these fucking retards. Oh my God, you guys gotta love my reaction to her. She knows I fucking cooked her. Because I cook girls like this. I cook women for... No, I can't say that. FC Fox came out. I'm not saying that final sentence. But I destroy women like this for anything. This is what I told her. Because right here, she was like, why is Zack Snyder egging on hate towards the DCU, man? It's time to move on. But all I point out here was, why do you suck off everything James Gunn does? Are you in love with him? Bruh. This guy said, could you say the same of you, Snyder Cult? The MSK. MSK.
I've known MSK about as long as I've been on YouTube. He is not a Snyder Cultist.
I don't like his DC movies. I like aspects of them, like the action. I think the action was actually pretty good. I like the Batfleck fight scene. I do like the General Zod fighting Man of Steel.
The cinematography was great, but
MSK, the Snyder Cultist. Oh my God! I might as well just turn to Darth Vader.
You have to be a Snyder Cult because there's no way an actual DC fan would hate the trailer.
Good Lord!
There are Green Lantern creatives that are like, yeah, this isn't it.
You know what's crazy with people like her? Well, if you didn't like it, then you must just be a Snyder fan. And if you loved it, you just must be a Gunn fan. No, guys. This is how life works. You can literally not like it and be a fan of neither of those people. How about that as a concept? How about I just didn't like it because I just didn't fucking like it? Or I thought it was meh. Because I just thought it was meh. I don't know how you people function. MSK, the Snyder Cultist. That's crazy. I've never been called that my entire life. I've been called hot, rich, and good looking. But I've never been called the Snyder Cultist. What else does this guy say? I don't know. I like Daryl. Daryl's okay. I like Daryl, honestly. But what else? The EVS stuff, because EVS is a moron. This is also Marvel Comics too. Marvel. Why don't people read our comic books? Meanwhile, Marvel.
That's Iceman, by the way.
That is Iceman. How about Ice Ham? Where he's going ham in dudes' butts. And I know nothing about that, actually. What else is here? Oh, a bunch of hot ladies that like my tweets because I'm a fucking Chad, actually. What else is here? But I don't get it. There's just weird people that exist like her. She wants invites to this stuff. She wants to be invited on the red carpet when Lanterns.
That's what it is. All they
want
is the access.
Yeah. Like that's all they. Oh my god!
All those people, Scoops, all those dumbass cosplayers. Yeah. They just suck it all up.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that all these people are shills, but when you're always praising every single insert thing, it's like,
and then running interference for the studio, repeating the same talking points. Yeah,
and they're always tagging James Gunn. There's always tagging. There was this one guy, I'm not going to name his name. I'm pretty sure Jared knows what I'm talking about, and Jay Heat. This person would always tag James Gunn in everything because he was trying to get James Gunn to follow him on Twitter.
And by the way, MSK, I put the name of who I think it is in the private chat.
That's one of them. I'll tell you.
That's one of them. That dude annoys me too because it's like James can do nothing wrong. Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah. So that guy's true. I agree with the other person too.
I know who this person is.
Yeah, he stopped talking to me when I said I voted for an ex. It's all good, whatever. It's all tongue in cheek, But it's one of those things where it's like he would always tag James Gunn. Hey, James Gunn, this guy's talking bad about you. Hey, James Gunn. Well, what the fuck is wrong with you weirdo?
James Gunn replied once to one of his tweets.
Once,
and then that's when he became a total gun guy. Just one.
Get weird people, man.
False talking points.
These are not, and then because people kept loving the aspect of, well, James Gunn said it's wrong, so it must be wrong. Oh, really? So when it was reported that we're going to be getting a mockumentary Jimmy Olsen show, he didn't say it was wrong. He just said the title of it is wrong. Crazy. Huh. When James Gunn said movies are not going to start production until the script is done. He literally, after announcing Man of Tomorrow, the next day, literally 24 hours later, he said the Man of Tomorrow script is done. I thought you don't greenlit movies until they're done.
Or remember where it's like, okay, he greenlit the Batman, the Brave and the Bold, but the script is not done yet. What the hell, man?
Bro
what
said,
the hell?
We don't greenlit shit until it's done. Man of Tomorrow. We're doing Man of Tomorrow. Cool. Hey, the script is done, guys. Wait a minute. Whoa. I think you just lied to me. Give me 1 second. Because he praised Gunn. What the heck? This is, to be fair, telling others to move on is like, well, anybody will move on. But yeah, these Gunn people are just so weird. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't get. Hey, if James Gunn put out a good movie, I'll take it. Dude, I like his Suicide Squad movie. I like the first Guardians movie. I liked Peacemaker. Of course, I would say if I liked this stuff, but it's not one of those things where it's just like, well, I must just, James Gunn, I want to get on my knees and just suck your fucking dick so good. I need my sweet access. No.
The more they go crazy about this, the more I actually do wish Paramount replaces Gunn just so I can see these people cry.
Good Lord. There are two types of Snyder cultists as I see them. Those who worship the ground Snyder walks on and those who hate him and his movies as a lifestyle choice. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes, honestly.
It's like, if your whole life revolves around Snyder and either way, you're a fan of Snyder. Sorry.
All right. What did you think about his show that he did with that one guy? He did a podcast recently with someone where he was talking about like fucking hell, BVS and all that stuff. We'll probably cover that at some point with someone. But all right, we're gonna head out of here. The show was finished. Just like my wife, she was not satisfied last night. Yes, she was. BBC's for life. No, I think Jay Heat is. I think Jay Heat is. Jay, are you alive? Okay.
All right.
I think he's sleeping. So we'll just do outros with Jared. All right, Jared, you got anything planned coming up you would like to let the audience know about?
Well, tomorrow on my Superman Wonder Woman podcast, we're going to be comparing the Absolute/New 52 to both Marvel Ultimate Universe and talk about which one was screwed up first. We're also going to be talking about the Jason Momoa Conan the Barbarian movie. And for Amazon Answers, I'm going to be talking about the Golden Age Wonder Woman.
Yep. And as you guys know from myself, if you were watching from Jay Heat's channel, subscribe to, well, me, if you don't know who I am, Big Daddy Top G Rizmaster.
Who knows who this guy is? Who knows?
Whoa. I thought, good Lord, he can't be a hype man for me. God damn it, Jared. But as you guys know, for me, I might stream Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel or League later on tonight. I might, given how tired I am. I'm pretty fucking beat, honestly. Work basically fisted me in the ass, actually. But I might stream later on tonight. I might. But if I don't, I will be streaming with Labs Comic Fan tomorrow for an episode of the MSK show. We're going to be doing a comic book review on Absolute Batman issue 12. and then I'll probably stream like League or Master Duel after that. So essentially, I have podcasts and game streams coming up as I always do. And J Heat is dead. But this guy getting blown?
What the heck is that?
I think he's getting blown. All right. So thank you guys for coming by and checking out this episode of the MSK show, and we'll see you guys.